Have faith, let it begin. Hello everyone, this is Angel, and welcome to another week, another episode, another opportunity to get together and discuss things on our daily commute. Thank you again to GABBIE Santana for our theme song, Tested. We appreciate your support. As always, visit her YouTube channel, GABBIE Santana. Folks, let's get right into it. Customer service representative or customer service. Man, when you hear that word, doesn't it sound so professional? Customer service or customer service representative. For 20 years, I was a customer service representative. I held that title, and I've held that position with pride. I've always been a huge believer, and I've always wanted to help people, even when they were wrong, but especially when they're right. It's amazing, though. You hear that word, customer service or customer service representative, and doesn't it feel like that word kind of sounds like a joke? And I don't mean that in any disrespect to any of you out there that hold a position that way and are doing it to the best of your ability. It's unfortunately the bad apples out there that make that name sound so demeaning. Let me give you an example. Too often, I find myself going out into the world of stores, grocery stores, all different types of department stores, electronics, and I find that people are just not into that customer service representative feeling. It's as if we are an annoyance to them. It's as if they don't want to be at work. We've talked about this before on how attitude in the workforce can be a negative thing. But now let's look at it from a different point of view. When you represent a company, when you represent a job, it is so important that you do all that you can to respect those that are coming in to your job. It is important to treat everybody with respect, even if, and I stress, even if they are not as polite as you are to them. I grew up in an industry where the customer is always right. We've heard this before. And a lot of people now today say, oh, that's not true. The customer's always right. No. You got that twisted. Because there's so many people out there that want things for free. There's so many people out there that are so quick to judge, so quick to argue. That is true. But that's not something that's new. That's been going on for years. But I am a firm believer that if you stick to the guidelines, if you stick to the structure, and you respect the person, even if they're coming at you disrespectfully, you can, most of the time, you can isolate the issue. You can control your environment. Now, not everybody deals with confrontation the same way. God knows I didn't when I first started. I got nervous. I got hesitant. I looked and sought for help. But what I realized was you have to be confident in the position you hold. You have to be confident in the fact that you will do any and everything to make sure you can try to resolve the issue. And it's all about training. But it's all about how we were raised, how we're taught to respect individuals. I'm a firm believer of that. Let me give you an example. I had an issue not too long ago with a department store. I can actually say it. I had an issue with Lowe's department store. I ordered a set of windows and they messed up my order. How did I figure that out? Well, they arrived. They dropped it off. They did a delivery. And when they arrived, one of the windows was broken. The driver said, "I am so sorry." And he was very polite. He was right off the bat said, Mr. Angel, I just want to let you know we're here. And one of the windows we just realized is broken. We have put an incident report. We have to leave the window with you. You have to call this number. They'll reorder a new one. And then when we come to drop off the new one, we will pick up the broken one. I said, well, listen, I can't just keep a broken window in my house. He says, you know what? Not a problem. Let me see what I can do. And all the arrangements were made. So I make the phone call. And I had a gentleman on the line who was extremely rude. I even said, hey, good morning. How you doing? What's your name? He gave me his name. And I said, how are you? And somebody that's calling in to have to go through that, that feeling of, oh gosh, I got issues of my own. I got a broken window. I got a call. I got to reorder. This is kind of something that I didn't want to have to do. But I went in with a great attitude because you know what? It wasn't my fault. And they apologized and I was okay with it. It was as if I was ruining his day. Like if it was his window. As if I broke his window and I was the bad guy. So he was really, really nasty. Saying, please hold. Well, that's not our fault. The driver's this and that and all this. I'm like, okay, listen. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. And I said, listen, sir. I don't know what is the problem. I haven't called you to complain. I called you to let you know that the driver came. He had a broken window. All I want to do is rectify the situation. Resolve it. I'm asking you to reorder it. I'm not complaining about the fact that it was broken. I just want to get it done. Why are you giving me an attitude? Why are you being disrespectful to me? I haven't done anything to you. I even greeted you this morning. And he really didn't have a response. He was more, I think I woke him up. But sure enough, I didn't get an apology. He just said, hold please. And then finally at the end he goes, sorry for the inconvenience. The windows will arrive in about 2 to 3 weeks. And you have a good day. And I said, listen, try to be respectful to the next person. I said to him, because I am not going to allow you to ruin somebody else's day the way you've tried to ruin mine. I'll be praying for you. Have a good day, sir. And he hung up. Well, I thought about it for a little while. And I figured maybe I should try to look at it in his point of view. Maybe he had a bad day. But still, it doesn't mean that you can disrespect other people. See, this is the problem that I face each and every day. And I think a lot of you do too, because I've been hearing stories about how people at department stores are just nasty. They're rude. They don't look like they want to be there. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I would love for you all to give me feedback because I understand. Listen, when I understand one thing, it's very difficult to be around, I think, me, because I'm always positive. I'm always in a good mood. But there's days where I'm on a bad mood, but I try my best not to let that affect my colleagues or my coworkers. Maybe I'll shut down a little bit and get a little quiet, but I refuse to allow anyone to ruin my day so that I can ruin someone else's day. So here's the question that I propose to all of you. Have you ever encountered someone that has been disrespectful to you to the point where even though you're being nice to them, they continue to be rude to you? It's just something that I don't understand. I really struggle with this one. I really do. I do, because I just don't understand why people have to be so rude, have to be so sad, and so disrespectful to other people for no reason. If you're one of those people today that are struggling, if you're one of those people today that are about to head to work and you are listening to this show and you're saying in the back of your mind, wow, I've done that. Try to make that day that you said, which was maybe yesterday, be your last day of being disrespectful. Move forward. Treat every individual the way you'd want to be treated. It's one act of kindness. One random act of kindness. One that gets contagious. When you're good to somebody, they're good to someone too. When the person goes into a store and they have their first encounter and you're that person, you're a direct reflection of that business. You're a direct reflection of yourself. And if you want to move up in the world as far as promotion, you can't be that way with other people. You have to learn to control your anger, to control your frustration, and treat people the way they want to be treated. And you know what? This goes along the lines of any and every position we as humans hold. That means husbands, boyfriends, fathers, brothers, mothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, bosses. It continues and continues and continues. Respect authority, respect your customers, respect your customer, because if your title says customer service representative, you're a representative of the customers who come in and seek your service. Think about that. And I hope to hear from all of you with your stories so that I can read them on the next show. Because I feel that this is something that we, as a family of Have Faith, Let It Begin, can help change the industry. I hope all of you have a great day. I hope all of you realize that your faith can be tested at any given moment. But remember that God is with you. He loves you, He respects you, and He will never be rude to you. Have faith, let it begin.